Well, that's the Jacket Potato Blues Band playing on the Earl Grey Tank Top Test studio this evening. Great to have you guys here with us. Especially fine, I think, was the guitar playing of Mr. Baz McBride. Some very tasty licks and riffage there, I think. So next on the Tank Top Test this evening, something a little different. We're going to hear a word piece spoken by a guy called Baggy Hi-Fi. So take it away, Bag. I'm sure it'll be especially tasty and really fine indeed. Greetings, cats and kittens and other cool creatures. Welcome to Baggy Hi-Fi, this YouTube channel devoted to record collecting and the vinyl community here in the UK. Hope everyone's well. This latest video is another response to a thread set by Alan of Static Traveller channel. He's coming up with some really good ideas at the moment. And this one is, again, quite simple. Shows some TV related records, some records related to television. So I'm going to go straight into it. I'll have a few records to show, some American records and some British records, some albums and some singles. Yeah, 2 singles. First album is by Jan and Dean, and you can see straight away the TV connection is the Batman TV series, the one that starred Adam West. Now, if you don't know Jan and Dean, they were Dean Torrance and Jan Berry. They were a Californian duo who pioneered the surf sound. The Beach Boys were part of that scene, of course, and their records were very similar to the Beach Boys, or the early Beach Boys, that is, the surf music of the Beach Boys. So their heyday really would have been about 1962, 1961, 63. One of the best tunes was Dead Man's Curve, story song about someone who crashes on Dead Man's Curve driving his hot rod. But this album may have been made as the surfing craze was maybe fizzling out a bit, because this is 1966, coincides with the heyday of the Batman TV series. And so this is from '66. This is not an original. This is a reissue which was put out by the great Bam Caruso label in 1987. And I haven't listened to this again for a while. I do remember this being not really very good. It's a novelty record, really, and Jan and Dean get involved with Batman's adventures. There is the Batman theme on here. And of course all the villains are on here as well, Mr. Freeze, the Joker. So that's the Batman record by Jan and Dean. Next one is another one from the USA, Mr. Peppermint. I don't think this will strike a note with many British viewers, or maybe any British viewers, but it probably will be recognised by American viewers of a certain age. Mr. Peppermint was a children's entertainer on TV, and his Mr. Peppermint show ran for about 30 years, I believe. And the reason why I bought this, and I bought this a few decades ago, is that it was this was brought out, reissued. It's a record from 1962, reissued by 99th Floor Records of Dallas, Texas. And Mr. Peppermint was Jerry Haynes, and he was the father of Gibby Haynes, the frontman of punk psychedelic band the Butthole Surfers. So this is issued for any Butthole Surfers fans who wanted to have a bit of everything. Completists. It was issued on red vinyl. So Mr. Peppermint, children's entertainer who wore a peppermint striped suit and sang children's songs and had a cast of characters with him. It included a fox and a snake. He does a version of Big Rock Candy Mountain on here. It's not very good, really, but the connection is there with the Butthole Surfers, and that's why I bought it. And this is number 1341 of, I don't know how many copies, maybe 2,000. I don't think this will be exactly, people will be queuing up on Discogs to pay a lot of money for this, but I thought I'd include it in this video of TV related records. I'm going to play you a video, sorry, a needle drop from this album now, just how you can, so you can hear how exciting it is.
Now this is the song of the big-eye rabbit. The rabbit is the kind of thing that travels in the dark. The big-eye rabbit has two big shiny eyes, so he can see good. You can tell he's around when the lights begin to get dim. Wait a minute. It's getting dark here. He must be near. Let's look for him. The rabbit is the kind of thing that travels in the dark, never knows when danger's round till he hears old Rover bark.
All the rest of the records I'm going to show in this video about TV related records are from the UK, and this is one I just bought very recently. It just came out quite recently as well, and it's connected with the Jerry and Sylvia Anderson puppet series. You'll know Thunderbirds and Stingray, etc. This Fireball XL5, the theme from Fireball XL5, which is a tune I've liked for a long time. Fireball XL5 was one of the early Jerry Anderson series. It was in black and white. I think it was made 1962, 1963. And Fireball XL5 was a spacecraft. But the theme is great. It's sung by Don Spencer, written by the wonderful Barry Gray, who did a lot of music for Jerry Anderson. And side 2 is a great instrumental, really nice instrumental, bit Joe Meek-esque, and it's called Zero G by Barry Gray and the Space Makers. This label that put this out is Silver Screen Records, who specialise in TV and film soundtracks. See that nice label there on sort of golden vinyl, coloured vinyl. Yeah, it's very nice. I hear there's an album, a vinyl version out with more music from the TV series. They tend to go really quickly. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Jerry Anderson programmes. I find some of them actually quite, although the puppets are great and the settings are great and the music is great, I find the stories a bit sort of flat and boring, but that might sound like sacrilege to some of you Thunderbirds fans, but Fireball XL5 floats my boat. Now, TV hits, TV themes. This album is TV hits of the 60s, and it has a very dull sleeve, I think you'll agree. Very basic sleeve, but it's a great record. I really enjoy this record, and I, now and again, maybe once a year, listen to it. The 60s for British TV programmes was really, I think, the heyday of themes in the sort of library music mode. Usually, you know, played by a full orchestra. And there's some great ones on here. There are some American TV themes on here, like Route 66 and Dr. Kildare. But yeah, The Human Jungle, nice John Barry theme. Danger Man, nice Brian Fahey theme. The Avengers, another Brian Fahey classic TV theme. Thunderbirds is on here by Barry Gray. So, and The Prisoner as well. I think last September I watched the complete Prisoner series once again and thoroughly enjoyed it and was thoroughly puzzled by it, especially the last few episodes. So this is a real nostalgia fest, this record. Shame about the sleeve, but it is. If you ever see this one, this is one to get if you want a gathering of some marvellous British and American TV themes of the 60s. Now this next one you've probably seen knocking around in charity shops, and this is, I bought it in a charity shop, and it's Jeff Love and his orchestra play your top TV themes. These are mainly from 70s TV programmes. Crossroads, Bless This House, there's Sid James there, Jason King, The Persuaders, that's a great theme tune. What else is on here? Match of the Day, a program I don't remember at all called Strange Report. This is on the Music for Pleasure label, and while it's not as good as the other album I showed, it's still a good one. This next one I also bought in a charity shop, and this is from a BBC TV series called Hold Down a Chord, Folk Guitar for Beginners. Now this just has a connection with my youth, because my dad was quite a good guitarist, and there were guitars around the house, and I tried to teach myself to play guitar. I didn't want my dad to teach me, and I didn't know this TV program, but I did have the manual, the book that accompanied this record. And so it was a TV series devised by John Pierce to give you individual tuition in the home, and it will help you to hear for yourself the right and wrong way to play your guitar. So folky tunes, there's a chord bank on the back, which I was also in the manual, the book I had, and the book had the same nice cover artwork like this just two colours, BBC TV theme. So when I saw this record in a charity shop for 50p, I thought I had to get it, even though I no longer have the manual and I no longer play guitar, and I never was really very good at guitar because I just didn't really practice enough. Moving forward to the early 80s now. This is another one I got in a charity shop, and this is the soundtrack to the series Brideshead Revisited. This is in really good condition, and I did like the music. I did watch that series of Brideshead Revisited, the adaptation of Evelyn Waugh's famous novel set in the 1930s. The music's written by Jeffrey Bergen, and it's very, very evocative of summer and England. Jeffrey Bergen also wrote the theme music for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and I do have that on a 7-inch single somewhere as well. That's another one of my favourite TV programmes. That would be from the late 70s, but yeah, Brideshead Revisited was from 1981. I think that one was also about 50p, so a bargain. Has all the cast on there with Laurence Olivier and John Gielgud, Jeremy Irons, a stellar British cast. Now the final record is connected not with a TV programme but with a TV advert, and Alan in his video on TV related records spoke about Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads, a favourite TV series of mine, and the theme music of that was wonderful as well. It was that was composed by Mike Hugg, I think, who made this record. Now Mike Hugg was a founder member of Manfred Mann, and he composed quite a few famous tunes. He wrote Mr. You're a Better Man Than I for the Yardbirds, and he did some TV music as well. I mentioned Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads. I believe he did some music for a cigar advert as well, but I don't know what that one was. But this advert music is the Fuller Fitness scheme for Ski Yoghurt. This is from 1970, this, and it's a tune which is a really nice catchy tune with some quite almost fuzz-tony guitar in it. I am going to play you a needle drop of this. I think yoghurt at that time was a new thing in the UK, a newfangled European thing which probably came from Scandinavia. So the marketing was, that it was something that would make you fit, even though it was probably packed with sugar. So it was a fitness food, and I think the ski thing is attractive young people skiing in the Alps. And what did they do when they stopped skiing for the après ski? Did they go for a drink, a brandy or whatever? No, they would eat a ski yogurt. So I forget where I bought this, but I do spin it now and again, and I'm going to spin it for you at the end of this video. So thanks for watching. As ever, thanks for your comments on Baggy Hi-Fi. Baggy Hi-Fi has now has over 300 subscribers, so I can hardly believe it, and I'm very pleased and very grateful for all of you who have subscribed, and very grateful for all of you who watch these videos. Until the next time, the next one may be the follow-up to part 2 of the British Jazz records that I've been showing, or it may be something else, but the British Jazz part 2 will be coming fairly soon. So all I can say for now is enjoy the ski theme music, the advert music, and bye for now.